What's up, guys? Figured I'd hop on here real quick and record something regarding the Joel Embiid injury. It does sound like he could potentially miss the entire Miami Heat series, which really fucking sucks. It doesn't feel as though we can have a streak of good things happen. Yesterday, the Sixers win in blowout fashion in Toronto, and the game's over. It's out of hand. There's 4 minutes left. We're up like 30, and Joel gets an elbow to the face, breaks a bone in his face, and I honestly just feel really bad for Joel. It's always something. Like, it's just constant with the injuries, whether it's the knee or the back or the foot or the thumb or the face. Like, he's always battling through something, and it really sucks that it seems like this could be the thing that holds him out for the rest of the playoffs. It's possible that he could return at some point if the injury does not require surgery. Last time he had to get surgery on his broken face bone, which breaking it twice is just insane. I feel so bad for the guy. The luck is just absolutely horrible. But last time he was out for 3 weeks. It seems like this time, if he didn't require surgery, the earliest he could be back would be like a week and a half, which at that point, you're probably 4 games into the series anyway. It's possible Miami sweeps now. So I guess we will see what the rest of the team is made of, which does not inspire a ton of confidence, as they've never been able to win minutes in the playoffs without Joel Embiid on the court. And now they're going to have to survive an entire series, potentially more without him, if they were to somehow win this series. It really, 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 really sucks. You know, Joel overcoming everything that he's had to overcome on the court and off the court, with the injuries, with the personal life stuff that he's gone through. He has had probably the strangest career of any athlete you could ever imagine in terms of the off the court stuff, and just all the terrible injuries. The fact that he shouldn't even really be in the NBA right now due to all the injuries he had pre-draft in his first 2 years. And now, as a potential MVP, he is going to possibly miss out on a good chance to win a title once again, which really fucking sucks. I don't really know what else to say. I think from the Sixers' perspective, we'll have to see a lot from James Harden and Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris, and guys who, you know, have been inconsistent, to say the least. Guys who are not really prepared for the roles that they will have to take in order for the Sixers to win this series. You know, it's the playoffs. It's a different beast. I know Miami's hurt right now with Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry, but it does seem like they're both going to play. Miami's a pretty deep team. They have about 9 to 10 playable players, while the Sixers were already pretty thin before their best player got hurt. So on the court, it doesn't feel great, especially when you consider the coaching matchup they lose. Like, the Sixers just lost the one thing that they had as an advantage in this series, which is what we talked about on the podcast that I just recorded with Mike, which was basically they had the top end talent advantage, which is extremely important in these series. Now, if James Harden turns back the clock, maybe for a stretch, okay, they got a shot. If Tyrese Maxey, with a more expanded role, maybe with more of the offense running through him, can prove to be, you know, a star level player like he has shown flashes of in his second season and in the playoffs, then okay, maybe we're cooking with something. But it does feel like the Sixers are just going to come up short in terms of talent and just guys who can play. Like, Paul Reed should probably start now. I think DeAndre Jordan will be back in the rotation, or Paul Millsap, one of the two. They're both not playoff level guys. They're both completely washed. And it does seem like Charles Bassey will never get an opportunity. Not that I think that it would really matter in this series. It does seem like he's injured right now, too. So having 5 centers on the team might, pay off for once. The hope here, and this is the only silver lining hope that I can take from this, is that they steal a game in Miami, and then Joel has some sort of light at the end of the tunnel return, where it's a week and a half from now, and maybe it's for game 4, and they're down 2-1 going into game 4, or I don't know. I'm really grasping at straws here. It doesn't feel good. I'll say that much. But once again, really, really, really feel for Joel. It fucking sucks. He's like 28 years old now. He's had to go through a ton of shit, and it feels like one of the best opportunities might be squandered, especially because now you won't even get the opportunity to see what this team looks like against a legit playoff team. Like, you saw them against Toronto. They should have won that series. They did win that series. Now, Miami was going to be the first real test. Miami was going to be the team that kind of shows the Sixers what they should do this offseason if they don't win this series, or if they don't win the finals, how they can improve the team around Joel Embiid and James Harden and Tyrese Maxey. And it does feel as though it's just a lost opportunity for Joel and for the team and for everyone. And it fucking sucks. Those games aren't going to be nearly as fun as I expected them to be. I guess they did beat Miami. It's once again playoffs, different beast, different animal. I guess they technically did beat Miami without Joel and James Harden a few weeks ago, not that long ago, when Miami was in the middle of their skid. Tyrese Maxey went off. Paul Millsap had a great game, but not feeling super optimistic about this one. Not feeling great about this series. Can't lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just terrible. There's just always something that seems to go wrong when everything seems to be going right. I don't really know how else to put it, but figured I'd just get on here, rant for a little bit, hope for the best, and get well soon, Joel. This just blows. So hopefully he can come back at some point in the playoffs, even if they're down 3-0, and Joel wants to come back because Joel wants to fucking play, because he's a competitor and he's a gamer, and because he has put so much into the game and the Sixers and this team, and they make the James Harden trade halfway through the year in an attempt to salvage this season. They were criticized for it by some people. They gutted some of their depth for it. They really wanted to make a push at the title this year, and it does not appear that is going to happen. I've been saying for a while, I think it's the Celtics coming out of the Eastern Conference, but I think that this makes it a possibly even easier road for whoever comes out of that Celtics-Bucks series, because I don't foresee Miami being a team. I think they will beat the Sixers, obviously, without Joel Embiid, especially if he doesn't play the whole series. But I don't foresee them being a finals team. I don't think that they're that level of team. I think that the Celtics or Bucks should handle them properly in the Eastern Conference Finals. But back to Joel and the team and everything. I don't know. This is fucking trash, dude. Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I don't really know how else to put it. I hope Joel is feeling okay. I know he probably feels even worse than us right now. But get well soon. Hopefully they can steal a game or two for you and try to extend the series, so that maybe if Joel can come back, it will be nice. It would be nice if we had our MVP candidate in this playoff series. That's my hot take. That is my take. So I'll talk with you guys soon. I'll probably record after game one of the Heat series, which is looking a little bit grim now. I was looking forward to it, and it's possible that it's not going to be as great. But if you missed the other things that we recorded, we did record a live stream during the Raptors Sixers game when we didn't know Joel was hurt. You can watch that. The NBA is drunk. I posted that. I just had an episode with Mike, which some of that is irrelevant because we talked about Joel and we talked about Miami, but some of it is still relevant. So check out that episode. It was a lot of fun. And once again, thank you so much for the support, and I will talk with you soon.